Were you ever in a clothing or department store and the salesperson said, "Sorry, gotta go to lunch"? Well, that'll never happen at James K. Wilson, because their first obligation is to you. This clock is a reminder of that promise and more. They promise to have plenty of everything advertised. And to know their merchandise like you know the back of your hand. Hi, Bill. How's the fit?
Great. Sleeve needs a little work. I'll do it now.
Have you had that kind of service lately? James K. Wilson. The service is extraordinary.
Save during our 55th anniversary.
You can do it.
Look for your circular in Sunday's paper.
Pay less cash ways.
Save on this 30-gallon gas water heater by Reliance, now just $99.95. Reseal around windows and doors with Mecklenburg Duncan 25-year caulk, just 99 cents a tube. And for your garage or patio entry, this Diamond F porch light is just $6.95. More great values in this special section of your circular. Save at Payless Cashways Building Materials.
Don't do it yourself without us.
Payless Cashways.
Safeway's practically giving away produce. And you know how much I love produce.
And you'll love Safeway's prices. Now save on delicious golden ripe bananas, just 29 cents a pound. Or red ripe tomatoes. The 10-ounce package, just 59 cents at Safeway.
Faster, Rail! Faster! Come on, get with it, boy!
Farm fresh produce. Safeway's practically giving it away.
Presenting the Volvo 700 Series station wagon. You can not only store things inside, you can stack things on top.
Spirits are high at Bishop College tonight after word that the federal government will settle Bishop's $12.5 million debt. The college assembled a packed crowd of well-wishers to hear the news, quite welcome after 15 years of financial turmoil.
Never before has the college been in a position to completely restructure its finances. And we think that we are positioned to do that.
Under the plan, the college will pay the federal government $5.6 million. Part of that will come from a property sale to the Dallas County Community College District. Another share was pledged by the Dallas business community after word that the federal government will use it to build the school a student loan program.
Tonight, the legislature appears ready to increase tuition at state medical schools. But the increase could drive up the cost of medical care in Texas. Channel 8's Scott Pelley reports the debate has many students wondering how they'll earn their degrees.
Paul Spearman was up most of the night with a 4-year-old girl who has cancer. Now he is writing about her case as a 4th-year medical student at the University of Texas Health Science Center in Dallas. Like other medical students, Spearman studies full-time, but he may have to add to his work if his tuition increases.
I'm looking for jobs next year to try to make up for some of this deficit. I'm also asking for more financial aid.
Texas resident medical students now pay $400 a year tuition, the lowest in the nation. In a bill now being considered by the Senate, tuition would increase threefold this fall. It would go up to more than $5,000 in 1989. The increases would be greater for non-resident students.
While Paul Spearman worries about how he will pay for his education, the administrators here at the Health Science Center are concerned about how they're going to attract the best students if tuition goes up. Offers from schools out of state may become more attractive, and it will be more difficult to find minority applicants.
The effect could extend far beyond the campus when young doctors begin to pay off their larger debts.
And if it is a considerable debt, that means that the price of their care that they deliver is going to increase considerably.
The House passed a medical tuition bill with a slightly smaller increase than the Senate measure. The Senate will resume debate Monday. The bill is expected to go to a conference committee to work out differences in the two versions. Scott Pelley, Channel 8 News.
Almost no one in the Texas state legislature will deny that something must be done to improve indigent health care. The crucial question is how to pay for it. Today's rally on the front steps of the Capitol included members of the Citizens Organized for Public Service in San Antonio, the allied communities of Tarrant and Fort Worth, and Valley Interfaith. They favor a 4-cent increase in the cigarette tax to pay for medical care for the poor, and they invited legislators to their rally to show support for it. The legislators who came included House Speaker Gib Lewis and Governor Mark White, but the governor wasn't endorsing such a tax increase.
There's a great reluctance to raise taxes for any purpose at this session of the legislature. But let me say this, that I will work hard to try to find the funds to make certain that we do fund the health care package that we need to take care of those who are less fortunate than we.
White did say the indigent health care bills are among his top priorities going into the last month of this legislative session.
It's no secret Texans love their cars, but they also run a high risk of losing them. 18,000 cars are stolen in the Dallas-Fort Worth area each year, but once again, science may come to the rescue. Channel 8's Chris Connor reports.
5 cars are stolen every hour in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, costing consumers an estimated $100 million a year. Insurance company spokesmen say that's part of the reason their rates are so high, and they blame driver carelessness.
About 50% of the cars in the state that are stolen actually have the keys left in the ignition, and that in itself is almost phenomenal. A lot of things that you can do to prevent it. Obviously, take the keys out of the car when you leave, lock it up, turn the wheel sharply to the right toward the curb. Any packages that you have in the car, put them in the back.
Experts also say alarms may slow the thief down a bit, but if he really wants your car, you probably can't stop him from taking it. And once it's gone, there's only a 50-50 chance you will get your car back. But there's a new invention that could better the odds. Police in Massachusetts, the state known as the car theft capital of America, are now testing a stolen car recovery system. As the car thief makes his getaway, police activate a small homing device hidden in the car and registered with the state crime computer. The device sends out a silent signal which patrol officers can monitor to track the stolen vehicle. The direction finder shows which way the car is traveling, and the vertical bar shows how close it is. In more than 500 tests, officers have recovered the stolen car every time. The homing device probably won't be available in our area till next year, and it will cost $400 to $500 per vehicle. Experts say it might be a good investment, though, for some of the many luxury car lovers in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Chris Connor, Channel 8 News.
Okay, all the luxury car owners are going to have to worry about spots on them, aren't they, Tom?
Oh, that's right. We may see a little shower activity before morning, and then the next couple of afternoons and evenings, yes, spots are in order.
Muddy ones, huh?
We'll talk about the weather with some rain in it coming up.
How can I make Luella stop running around with that celebrity?
Dazzler, RT, with a pickup from your North Texas Chevy dealer. This new Vortec engine is the most powerful standard engine in any full-size half-ton, including Ford.
I'll just take yours. But I'm your son.
But this is my Chevy pickup.
Brought to you by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Check our affordable deals on new Chevy pickups today.
Judith, could you send $350 to Santa Fe? Right away.
Could you possibly send me $709? Anne-Marie, hurry.
Dad, is there any way you could send the money today?
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 9,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Keep in touch.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
This is a $5,000 diamond, or is it a $500 diamond? I can't tell. Can you? Most people can't. But there is one store that guarantees every diamond it sells is the best quality for the best price anywhere. Wilson's. In fact, Wilson's gives you 30 days to compare your diamond wherever you want. If you find a better value, Wilson's will give you a full refund. A diamond is a big investment. Buy it at Wilson's, and you can be sure it's a good investment. Wilson's. Price is the difference, the only difference.
Burger King would like you to take the quarter-pound quiz. Ready? Who has the quarter-pound double burger topped with hot melted Swiss and the tender sliced mushrooms you crave? The quarter-pound double cheeseburger smothered in pizza sauce and the melted mozzarella you long for? And the double cheeseburger with taco sauce and jalapeno cheese, all for a limited time only. Excellent. Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Coming up, meet a shining star who's really on a roll on Entertainment Tonight. Catch up with Matthew Broderick. From curtain calls for his hit show Biloxi Blues to some close calls on the screen in the adventure Lady Hawk. Next, rocker Tom Petty bounces back from a bad break and comes around with a top 10 album and an out-of-this-world video hit.
Plus, a special look back at the real-life drama of America's last days in Saigon 1 decade later on Entertainment Tonight.
After the News 8 update.
Big thunderstorms in the eastern panhandle tonight, and big thunderstorms from the Mexican border across San Antonio, and now not so big anymore, but heading for Houston with some pretty heavy rains. Let's take a look at it. Here's the way things have been this evening. Here's a satellite picture from 6 o'clock. These thunderstorms in Wheeler County, east of Amarillo, continued to build and move through that area, so there's a flood warning, flash flood warning in Wheeler County. That is right about there. And then here's this big area that was just hitting San Antonio at rush hour. Let's run the satellite pictures through the evening, and we will see that this storm continues to build up into western Oklahoma. A lot of rain in that storm, probably 2 to 4 inches in some areas, maybe even more. Meanwhile, this area here, did you see how the very white part kind of shrank, but the whole big sort of semi-white area, the light gray, that's still pretty good rain, and the heaviest part is moving on over toward Houston. So we will be seeing some problems in Houston, probably with some low-lying areas being flooded later on tonight, briefly, as that system moves by. Now, what do we have out of this? Let's put the systems in here and see. The southeast winds continue over us. Moisture builds up. Upper air low pressure coming up here along the coast and inland of San Antonio, causing those problems. And the main upper air low pressure trough is out here closer to the surface trough. So here's some pretty good thunder shower activity west of Childress, and then what we already mentioned there. The temperatures this evening have been warm across the state. We still have 60s and 70s over the whole area. But let's look at another aspect of this. Here's what the radar looks like. This is the ground clutter pattern, just this area here and here from the Stephenville radar, but it'll mark the location of the radar. This is the outlying area of those heavy thunderstorms that get heavier back in the panhandle. This is the outlying area of those storms that get bigger as they go on down past Austin. Let's run these pictures just for about the last hour, and you can see that this part continues to move slowly toward the northeast, and it has just a few little outriders ahead of it. Up around Hillsboro, a few east of Waco. This is a pretty good shower around Mineral Wells, but the heaviest stuff is either way south or way west, and I don't think we're going to see much overnight. Maybe a shower or two by morning. It's 72 degrees as of 10 o'clock. 51% humidity. The barometer is 29.71. Rising wind is south at 14, and no rain today officially in Dallas-Fort Worth. The day's high temperature was 81, low was 57. They're the norms and the records. The air quality readings were moderate again today, and the pollen was down a lot from yesterday. 1,061 grains per cubic meter total. Sycamore and grass way down, and fungus less than half of yesterday's total. 10 o'clock tonight, here's what the broad picture looks like. This trough of low pressure responsible for a lot of this thunderstorm activity tonight. This cool front moving in behind it. So this trough may give us some thunder showers tomorrow. This front may give us some day after tomorrow. And let's look at early tomorrow morning. We'll be about 62. Those showers dying out to the west of us and south of us. By the middle of the day tomorrow, we'll be up into the 70s, probably 72. We'll probably cloud over. And we'll see a new formation of thunder showers west of us, and those will probably move in. Tomorrow afternoon at 5, about 80, but I think we'll be in the thunder shower area by then. And day after tomorrow, another batch coming through with the front, 62 morning, 82 afternoon with thunder showers. Here's the forecast. Increasing clouds, low 62. Tomorrow, I think, Friday, thunder showers in the afternoon and evening. Again, Saturday, thunder showers afternoon and evening, 80 or so daytime, 58, 60 at night. Maybe some lingering showers on Sunday, a little cooler. And on Monday and Tuesday, we figure now partly sunny with temperatures about 80, 82 degrees. So you're going to get wet the next couple of days, one time or another.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Thank you, Troy. Tonight, we learn whether it's the end of the season for the Mavericks.
Dale's along next with the Portland picture.
And you've heard of switch hitters, but how about a switch pitcher? Say that fast twice. Stay with us.